integration got two meaning. The first one, will be okay. The first one for integration will be integration is anti-differentiation. Right? So this is the first idea that you must have. So which means that if I have y equal to fx, so I have dy dx equal to f prime x. So therefore, I integrate f prime x, I will get back my fx. And we usually have to put a plus c. Okay, can anyone give me the reason why I have to use plus c? Why I have to put plus c? Do you have any idea?
When you differentiate like a constant, it turns into 0. So
yeah,
when you integrate it, since it's 0, you don't know if a constant is there or not. So you just put plus c.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So that means, other than this, we must know the rule for integration, correct? So do you remember all the rule? So rules for integration. Okay, the first one, if you integrate 0 dx, you get constant, correct? Second one, if you integrate a constant, you will get a constant times x plus c. Am I right? Okay, next. If you integrate a constant times x to the power n dx, okay, what is the constraint for the value of n? Can someone tell me?
1 out of n, ax to the power of n.
I know. But what is the value of n that if it take the value, then we cannot use this formula.
And plus constant.
N cannot be
negative
one. So this is the constraint. So the formula is power plus 1 divided by the new power plus c. All right? So, but n cannot be -1, which means that if I ask you to integrate 5 over x dx, this one you cannot use formula 3. So this one you must use another formula. So this one cannot use formula 3. All right? So that is what I mean. N cannot be -1. Okay? So then the fourth one is talking about integration of an exponential term. But you always must remember whatever up here must be linear. The power for e must be linear. So this is something that you have to take note of. It must be linear. Okay, if it's not linear, then we cannot use. So the integral for this one, anyone remember? Can anyone remember how to get the answer? Just tell me if you know. No one know.
Let A e power bx plus k over b plus c.
Okay, so we have to divide by the coefficient of x, then plus c. Okay, so the fifth one is integrate. Here also must be linear. Everything must be linear. Power n dx. So this one must be linear as well. So what is the constraint for x? X cannot, n cannot be
-1.
same thing. Yeah. So then when we integrate, we get power plus 1 divide by, there must be two numbers there. One is the new power. The other one is the value of coefficient of x. Then you plus c. So the fifth one, the sixth one, will be the one that we talk about is, I have a number divide by a linear expression at the bottom. Okay. So this one, that means is all belong to the power is -1. So this one, the answer will be ln. Divide by b, then plus c, always. So integration is always divide. Yeah. So then the others will be your trigo. Still remember your trigo? If you integrate a sin, the angle must be linear also. Okay, what do you get? You integrate sin, what do you get? You get negative cos. Yeah. So all these formula you must write down in your 4 pages handwritten notes. For integration, you write down in integration. For differentiation, you write down in differentiation. So you have two columns. One column for the one page of the paper, you can divide into two. Okay. One column for differentiation rules, the other column for integration rules. So you know exactly where to look for and how. Yeah. So number 8 will be integrate. If you integrate cos, remember when you talk about integration, whether the angle or the expression must always be linear. So when you integrate cos, what do you get? When you integrate cos, what do you get? You get sin. Am I right? So it's just the reverse. Then divide by b plus c. Are you okay? So what is another one that you can know the answer straight away? For trigo will be, if you integrate secant squared, then you get tangent. You can write that one down also. Yeah. So in order for you to be able to do question on antiderivative, anti-differentiation, that is the integration using this concept, you must know the basic rule as well as the concept of antiderivative. So that will be your question 6, part A. Okay, you have your question 6, correct? Part A. Yeah. So question 6, part A, there are 2 parts. The first part is they give you a function. So they ask you to find dy dx. Am I right? They ask you to find dy dx. So how to find dy dx for this one? How to find dy dx for this one? Yeah, Junjae? You have any idea?
Can use the third rule, is it?
No, it's not the, I'm finding dy dx, not finding integration.
Or dy dx.
Junjie, you have the question 6 with you.
Yes.
Your try exam paper, part 1.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. They're asking you to find dy dx.
Yes.
So how to find dy dx for this one? What rule to use?
The chain, is it? Forget the name, but then I remember the formula only.
Okay. Now you do for me.
1 times e net power of negative x plus x e net power of negative x times negative 1.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I got e to the power negative x minus x e to the power negative x. Am I going to factorize out the e to the power negative x? So whether I should factorize or not, I will look at what they want me to do for part D, part 2. So what they want you to do for part 2, may I know? Part 2.
The grade, is it?
Yeah, they want you to integrate this term. We know that none of the rule can use for this one. So every time when they want to test you on antiderivative, correct, they will definitely first part ask you to integrate, first part ask you to differentiate, then ask you to integrate this. So they want you to get the integral of this one, whereby is this. So we are not going to factorize this. So you get your 2 marks by just doing this. You get 1 mark here, 1 mark here, done. Are you clear? Okay. So now to do part 2, every time when the question have hands to do part 2, especially for antiderivative, please start from here. So what I do is, if I integrate e to the power negative x minus x e to the power negative x dx, what do I get? What is the result? What is the result?
X e power of negative x.
Yeah, you are right. X e to the power negative x. And we will not put the plus c until the end, okay? So it's fine. At the end, you remember to do plus c. So now, when we talk about integration rule, if you have plus and minus, you can split it, correct? Yeah. So I can split this into 2 parts. Please remember to write the dx after you split. Yep. So now, what we are interested in is the integral for this part, right? So can I find the integral for this one? Can I? I can. I can use the rule number 4. Am I right? I can use rule number 4. So this will be e to the power negative x divided by Mikia. Mikia,
Yes.
divide by what?
Div 1.
Why 1? Can you please have a look at this one, the formula?
One like circled in black.
Divide by the coefficient of x, please. So this is equal to x e to the power negative x. So now, if we everything times by negative, then this one will become e to the power of negative x
X
plus
X E negative X to the power of negative X.
so. You are done with that? So actually the answer is there already. So you get
Minus X E to the power of negative X minus E to the power of negative X.
okay. So you want to factorize it or not? The question is want it to be like that. Then at the end you put a plus C. So look, the way we give you mark, and this part is 3 marks. So how we give you mark? You get this right, 1 mark. Yeah, you get all this right. You split it and get all this right. You get 1 mark, and over here you get another mark. Writing this as what the question show, we won't allocate you with mark. Are you clear? So this is antiderivative. So anyone have any problem with integration? Okay. So that is the first thing about integration, antiderivative, and you must know all the rules. Are you okay? Okay, before I go to part B of question 6, can I test you on your integration rule first? See whether you know what is the integral for this one. I'm very worried it may come up. Okay, how to integrate this?
Factorize.
Yeah. I have to factorize first, yes. Okay, I have to factorize first. Correct? Okay, then what I need to do, I need to bring it up. Yep. Then I use the rule. Okay. Power plus 1 divide by 2 number. One is the new power. The other one is the coefficient of x. Get that habit. Even the coefficient of x is 1, please write it down. So this will be negative 1 over x minus 3 plus c. Okay, there is another one that is in your textbook. I want you to go and study about it. I will discuss this next week, okay? That is one of the question that look like this. If I give you a question like that, correct? So this one, it won't be as easy as the first one here, correct? You will go in this way. When you factorize, you go in this way. They are not the same. Am I right? So what am I going to do with this one? Still remember how to go on with this one? So please revise your chapter 4. Please revise your chapter 4. Yeah. So I will talk more about this. Would that be okay? So there are a lot of things to learn. There are a lot of things you have to go through your textbook over again. The whole textbook you must browse through, make sure all the difficult questions you know what to do. Are you clear? Textbook is the best guideline for you to do your revision. Okay, so can I go to the next concept of integration? Can I? Okay, the next concept of integration will be, if I have a graph, okay, we call it y equal to fx. I have the limit, the lower limit is a, the upper limit is b. So this is x, this is y. So if I use a definite integral a to b, fx dx. Okay, what does this definite integral represent?
Area
Can
of
someone tell me? Yeah, area,
area
yeah.
under the curve from point A to point B.
Hello. Wingshen, as far as I can remember, I never used that. I never ever use area under the curve. If you use the word area under the curve, look, this is the curve. This got area under the curve. Am I right, Wingshen?
Yeah.
Yeah, if the question asks, what does this represent? So how are you going to explain? So that is important. I tell you, they can ask you a question like that. Anyone want to try?
Area bounded by the curve y equals to fx, straight lines x equals to a, x equals to b, and the x-axis.
You are right. So you see, area bounded by the curve y equal to fx. So this is the first boundary here. Are you clear? You have to define all the sides for the area. Okay, straight lines. There are three straight lines. X equal to A, X equal to B, and the x-axis. So that's why the dx is here, you see? These are the boundary. This is the second one here. And it's denoted here. You see or not? And this is the third one. This is the third one. And dx is the fourth one. So which means that if I put dy, then it will be different. You see or not? It will become the y-axis that is involved. Hello? So you have to define it properly. And we also know that if the area is below the x-axis, yeah, then what will the result be? If I have a graph, y equal to gx. This is my A, this is my B. So if I integrate from A to B, gx, dx, this value, will it be greater than 0 or less than 0? Will this value be greater than 0 or less than 0? Will this value be greater than 0 or less than 0? 1J. One J.
lesser.
Yes, less than 0. Correct? Because it's below the x-axis. So if I want to say area B, then I have two ways. I can put an absolute value for this integral, or I can invert the limit. Am I right? Then I will get a positive value. All these are the rule for definite integral. Please go to your textbook, page 221. Is it? Do you have your textbook with you? Am I right? Page 221 or 122? 221 or 122? Should be 122. Yeah, page 122. You go to page 122, they are all the formula. Yeah, for definite integral, if you change, if you multiply a number, what happened? So please go to page 122. Hello, are you okay? Page 122 of your textbook. So your textbook is extremely important. Okay, so this is the second concept for integration. Okay, why we need to know that? Why we need to know the area? Because under application for integration, okay, we have to know this concept. If I have a rate of change graph, this is y equal to f prime x, for example. This is called rate of change graph. So if I find the area bounded by the curve, so what does this area represent? What does this area represent? Can someone give me the interpretation of this? We always say total what? Total amount of fx from x equal to a to x equal to b. So if we talk about rate of people entering the hall or rate of people leaving the hall, then we will talk about during this period of time, from time x equal to a to x, t equal to a to t equal to b, the total number of people entering the hall is this number, the area bounded by rate of change graph. So this one you can get it from your chapter 5. Are you clear? So there is the application part. So integration, you have to know antiderivative. You have to know what is definite integral represent. What is the area bounded by the rate of change graph represent. So these are very important. You have to know how to interpret. Okay, so any further question? Okay, if not, we will answer part B of question 6. Part B of question 6 is we are using the sense of limit. How and overestimate if the number of rectangles, upper rectangles of the rectangles increase, tends toward infinity, the estimation value of the area bounded by the curve will become the exact area. Correct? As n is the number of rectangles. And we have to say number of rectangles of equal width. This is a must to say. If you don't say equal width, everything will be upside down, wrong. Okay, number of rectangles of equal width. If this n approaches infinity, okay, the overestimate will approach integrate a to b fx dx. So this is also a sense of limit. It will become the exact value, right? So this is also the concept that you have to know. Okay, so for the question given, the first part of the question, part B, yeah. So the first part of the question, they give you a graph, right? Then they draw two rectangles. Am I right? They draw two rectangles. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they want you to do an overestimate. So what you need to do is, every time when you do this type of question, what you need to do is, you get your GC, you key in your Y1 as x e to the power negative x, right? Yeah. So then you say this is your y equal to x e to the power negative x, and you label in your answer as this is as your y1. Okay, so when you do part A, every time when you talk about overestimate or underestimate, first of all is the width of the rectangle. So you get the width. So the limit is from 1 to 5. So you take upper limit, take away the lower limit, divide by the number of rectangles. So the width of the rectangle is 2. Okay, so you get the overestimate. So the width is 2 because it's an equal width. So we put the width outside. So this is always the width. So then the others will be the height. So now for the first rectangle, the height is when you substitute x equal to 1. So you put y1, 1 plus the second rectangle, the x is 3, the height, taller one here, this side. So you put y1, 3. So you just key into your calculator and get the answer. Okay, can I have someone give me the answer, please? You got your paper with you, correct? Yeah. Clarissa, may I know what answer do you get? Clarissa?
Yes, Miss, can you hold on for a while? I need to open my answer. Sorry.
How can you don't open your answer? You see, actually everyone should print out a hard copy. It's easier for you to learn. I also got a hard copy with me. If not, it's very difficult. You electronic things because, okay, yeah, you see, you take some time. Okay, Ethan? Ethan, can I get your answer?
Yes, it's, my answer is 1.034 units squared.
Yeah, you are right. 1.034481, correct? So we put approximately 1.03. 3 significant figure, okay? And you can put unit square. Yeah. Okay. So that is the part B, part 1. Am I right? So then B part 2, they say now, okay, B part 2, now you want to put a estimate is required, an estimation is required. Okay, B part 1 done. Part 2, now you want to make a new estimation. So for part 2, you are going to make 4 rectangles. All right, 4 rectangles. of equal width. So what is the width of the rectangle now? What is the width of the rectangle? So we take 5 minus 1 divided by 4. So the width is 1 unit. So the first one is here. So I'm going to use green to draw it here. So during exam, correct? You please bring you can use your color pencil. So this is the first rectangle. So the height is x equal to 1. The second rectangle is when x equal to 2, the height. So the width is 1 unit. The third rectangle, the height is when x equal to 3. So this is your third rectangle. And the fourth rectangle is when the height equal to 4. So you get that right, you get 1 mark. Yep. So that is how we mark. This one, you get this right, 1 mark, 1 mark. This one, you get the rectangle right, you get 1 mark. So now your calculation, your overestimate. Okay, so the width is 1 unit. So the first rectangle, the height is when x equal to 1. Second rectangle is the height is when x equal to 2, because it's an overestimate. You take a taller height. Plus y1, x equal to 3, plus when x equal to 4. Okay. So Ethan, you have your answer with you. Can I get your answer?
My answer is 0.861 unit square.
Yeah, correct. You are right. Yeah. So it's approximately 0.861 unit square. Are you okay? So you get another 2 marks here. You by writing this and this down. Okay. So for part C, you want to find the exact area bounded by the curve. So what you need to do is for part C, you have to use answer from. So whenever you do this, you have to know answer from A to, because we know what is the integral of x e to the power negative x from A2, correct? Which is negative x e to the power negative x minus e to the power negative x. Am I right? Hello? Right? So the limit here is from 1 to 5. So 1 to 5. So what we need to do is, so you look for this particular part, correct? How we give you mark? You get this right, you get 1 mark. That means you know how to use from the answer from A part 2. So when you get it right, so you have to substitute. So make sure you put in your substitution. Take away. Okay, done. So now you substitute it correctly, you get 1 mark. Okay, then the rest you have to do the calculation. So when you calculate this, what you need to do is you make sure, okay, today I got 3 hours continuously. So I will try my best to do it on time. Okay, so when I have negative 5 of this, take away 1 of this, so I have negative 6 of this. Am I right? Okay. So take away negative 1 minus 1 of this, take away another one, so I got negative 2 of this. Okay. So how you want to do, I don't care. So the one in red, if you don't write, I also will not deduct your mark. Yeah. So the answer will be this negative times negative, I got positive. So 2 over E, take away 6 over E to the power 5. So you get another 1 mark from that. Are you okay? So that is how we allocate mark. So it doesn't mean that every step I will give you mark. Okay, then part D. Okay, part D. Part D is asking you, with reference to part A2 using calculus, find the exact value of that part C. So how to make a better approximation? Okay, vertical line x equal to, okay, actually, I think I make a mistake. It should be x equal to 1 to x equal to 5. Huh? I think I didn't do the changes. Okay, so whoever, if you make the answer as divide into more rectangles with that limit, I will give you the mark as well. Huh? So I think there's an error with the question. Okay, so now, so if you want to make a better approximation for the exact area, so what you need to do is you have to give me the limit. So for x between 1 and 5. So if your answer is between 0 and 2, go ahead and mark it correctly, because my error. Okay. What should we do? We should divide into more rectangles. You can take example, 8 rectangles, up to you. You want to give example, don't want to give example, also can. Okay, 8 rectangles. Okay, of what? You must mention this word. If not, that 1 mark will not be given. Of what? Of equal width. So all these words must be there in order to get 1 mark.
Miss, we don't have to specify that the number of rectangles, right?
You don't have to.
Okay.
You just can say. If you want to specify, also can. So those I underline. If one of them missing, your 1 mark is missing. Are you clear? Okay. Can or not? Okay. I'm going to discuss question 9. So that tomorrow we have more time to discuss question 7 and question 10. Can or not? Yeah, 5 minutes. I discuss question 9. Can or not? Okay. So for question 9, every time when you talk about trigo, I always tell you that for trigo, double angle is very important. So the acceleration given is cos 0.25t, sin 0.25t. So I can use double angle to make it not like a product. Yeah. So this is half sin 2 times of 0.25t. Correct? So this is the double angle formula. Sin x cos x, 2 sin x cos x is sin 2x. Yeah, so this is a double angle formula. So I make the acceleration become sin 0.5t. So double angle formula is very important. Okay, so part A, acceleration equal to 0. So this is your t is between 0 and 15. Huh? So that means your 0.5t is equal to 0 because sin 0 is 0. sin pi is also equal to 0, correct? So this one you get t equal to 0. This one t equal to 2 pi. Okay, then sin 2 pi is also equal to 0. You can go on. So your t will be equal to 4 pi. So 4 pi is approximately 12 already. So if you go to next round, your t will be 6 pi, which is more than 15. So this is not the answer. Are you clear? So there are 3 answers here. So become 0. Yeah. Okay, part B. So if you want to find velocity, you have to integrate acceleration. All right? So when you integrate acceleration, you integrate sin what do you get?
Negative cos.
Negative cos. Yeah. Then you have to divide by 0.5. Then plus C. 0.5 divided by 0.5, this one cut off, right? So you got negative cos 0.5t plus C. That is your VT. So now you need to find your C. So how to find your C? The question say that, if you go to question 9, the question say that when t equal to 0, the particle is moving to the left, with the speed of 2 meters per second. Am I right? Am I right? So that means the velocity at t equal to 0 is -2. So I put into the equation -2 equal to negative cos 0 plus C. -2 equal to cos 0 is 1. You can use your calculator. So C equal to -1. So the velocity function is equal to negative cos 0.5t minus 1 meter per second. Okay, so part C, if you look at the graph for velocity, the whole graph is below the x-axis, correct? Because negative, within the 0 to 10 second. So if you want to find the total distance traveled, you don't have to draw the sign diagram. Total distance traveled will be equal to, you put modulus 0 to 10 Vt dt. Or if you don't want, you straight away key into your calculator 10 to 0. Then you get the answer as 8.08215. So you will get 8.08 meter. Hello, are you clear? So that is question 9. So question 9 is a very short question, but I just want to involve trigo only. Hello? Can or not? This is under the application of kinematic. Okay, any question? So the marking will be here. Here 1 mark, here 1 mark. Yeah, here you get 1 mark. You get the correct C, you get 1 mark. Then you get the, write down the equation, you get 1 mark. Here and 1 mark the answer. So altogether 7 marks. Are you okay? So trigo, you need to hopefully they won't come out too many trigo question. Okay, I cannot guarantee you. 6 question every year is different. 1 year they can be involved in a lot of trigo, the other year they can be totally no. The more you don't know how to do, the more they will ask you. If we see certain question correct, the student don't know how to explain correct. Yeah, because we have the sage will give us this question, how many % of the student won't be able to answer? They will come out again. They are not like A level or like Malaysian syllabus. If you don't know how to do next year, I won't come out. Okay, so I'll see you afterward. Class. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Hey, after see you again.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, bye, Miss.